Your victory will be complete if you but lay down your arms and kneel.
Ha!
This is all as you ordered. 300. Where will you go?
Come back with your shield.
I hadn't really thought about it.
Or on it.
Now that you ask, yes, Mother. I suppose I'll head north. The Hot Gates.
Into the Hot Gates we march.
Choose your next destination.
Ha!
Into Hell's mouth we march.
I've chosen my next destination. Perhaps you should have done the same. He leaves around the same message. Earthquake.
What is your profession?
This is where we hold them. This is where we fight. This is where they die. And these shield boys.
Lay down your weapons.
Get some dead. Throw prisoner. The teeth from them. Coming at them.
あれ
Our turns.
歌のとあ
Tonight, we dine in hell.
They are the hunters of men's souls. They cannot be killed in the future. These immortals.
Mortals. This is madness. We'll put their name to the test. This is Sparta.
なんで
You fight for your lands. Keep them. You fight for Sparta. We will be wealthier and more powerful than ever before. You fight for your kingship. You will be proclaimed warlord of all
よいし
Greece,
ょこれもか
answerable only to the one true master of the world.
Goodbye, my love. He doesn't say it. There's no room for softness. Not in Sparta. No place for weakness. Only the hardy and strong may call themselves Spartans.
これはなんだ
Spartans never retreat. Spartans never surrender.
In. Now.
Freedom to the dead. Lay down their lives. That is the source of our strength. Thy queen! Die at your side.
And for all Greece,
It's all I've lived. And yours. A single weak spot. And the phalanx shatters. My love.
Wish was simple.
Spartans, prepare for glory. Remember this day, for it will be yours for all time. A new age has begun. Rise up, warriors. Take your stand at one another's sides. Our feet set wide and altars, regarding his own life as hateful, and holding the dark spirits of death as dear as the radiance of the sun. You've been tainted by a bad reputation. Either wipe this out now, or cease to exist. Don't just conquer your enemies. Conquer yourself first. Won't it be nice then if we shall have shade in which
当たり前にしろ。
you should reach the limits of virtue before you cross the border of death. Freedom isn't free at all. That it comes with the highest of costs, the cost of blood. Freedom is what we reap from this way of life. There is no use for bravery unless justice is present, and no need for bravery if all men are just. If you confer a benefit, never remember it. If you receive one, never forget it. In the end, a Spartan's true strength is the warrior next to him. So give respect and honor to him, and it will be returned to you. You are a warrior, born in the fire of combat, taught never to retreat, never to surrender. Death and battle in service to Sparta will be the greatest memory. No retreat, no surrender. That is the Spartan law. Rule number 1. A Spartan never forgets who they are. The greatest pleasure in life is doing what people say you cannot do. When they say you can't, then that only means you have to. Live by choice, not by change. Be motivated, not manipulated. Be useful, not used. Make changes, not excuses. Excel, not compete. Rule number 2. A Spartan pushes their mind and body to their limits. Obstacles are the test. They are put in your way to see if you truly fight for what you want. A Spartan does not quit in the middle of a struggle. The Spartan does not ask how many enemies there are, but where they are. You should reach the limits of virtue before you cross the border of death. Rule number 3. A Spartan masters their emotions. Spartans have fear. Spartans have doubts. And Spartans have worries. They just don't let these feelings stop them. Rule number 4. A Spartan gives generously. It is not about being better than someone else. It is about being better than who you were the day before. The Spartans are the Her son his shield, exhorted him,
Okay.
saying, as a warrior of Sparta,
うん
come back with your shield or on it. There is no room for softness, not in Sparta. No place for weakness. Only the hard and strong may call themselves Spartans. Rule number 7. A Spartan knows their flaws, but they also know their strengths. There will be obstacles. There will be doubters. There will be mistakes. There will be those who want to take everything from you. But with hard work, there will be success. Rule number 8. A Spartan stands up for what is right and what they believe in, and prepares to face the costs. A Spartan acts with integrity. There is no use for bravery unless justice is present, and no need for bravery if all men are just. Feel no fear before the multitude of men.
This is madness.
Number 9. A Spartan learns continuously. Rise up, warriors. Take your stand at one another's side. Our feet set wide and rooted like oaks in the ground. Learn to love death's ink black shadow as much as you love the light of dawn. Rule number 10. A Spartan leads. This is my shield. It protects my city. I will never let my brother out of its shadow, nor my city out of its shelter. I will die with my shield before me, facing the enemy. Son, remember your courage with each step. Every victorious warrior draws his strength from the highest source, his love. You're a warrior. Warriors don't give up. Warriors don't back down. Pick up your sword, your shield, and fight. Sweat more in training, bleeds less in war. The devil whispers, you can't withstand the storm. The warrior responds, I am the storm. No one has the right to be an amateur in the matter of physical training. It is a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable. He who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior. Don't ever mistake a warrior's silence for ignorance, calmness for acceptance, and kindness for weakness. Warriors are not born. Warriors create themselves through trial and error, pain and suffering, and their ability to conquer their own faults. A warrior seeks to act rather than talk. To be a warrior is to learn to be genuine in every moment of your life.
Genuine. いや、genuine. いや、いい言葉だな。
From the evil that most
もう一回聞かせて。
refuse to act genuine. A warrior seeks to act rather than talk.
Rather than talk. Yeah!
To be a warrior is to learn to be genuine in
This is madness.
Always the fastest or the strongest. Strength and speed can be developed through training. Warriors are those who choose to stand between their enemies and all that he loves. The two most powerful warriors are patience and time. Victory is reserved for those who are willing to pay its price. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Let your plans be dark and impenetrable as night. And when you move, fall like a thunderbolt.
Tonight.
A warrior's greatest enemy can also be his greatest teacher. The best fighter is never angry. Defeat exists, but not suffering. A true warrior knows that when he loses a battle, he is improving the skill in which he wields a sword. He will be able to fight more skillfully next time. Before you can see the light, you will have to deal with the darkness. Perseverance is failing 19 times and succeeding on the 20th. Don't waste your time looking back. You are not going that way. Feed your focus. Let pain be the motivation. I do what I do because it is the right thing to do. I am a warrior, and it is the way of the warrior to fight
おかえり。
superior odds. In fighting and in every day, you should be determined, though calm. Meet the situation without tenseness, yet not recklessly. Your spirit settled, yet unbiased. An elevated spirit is weak, and a low spirit is weak. Do not let the enemy see your spirit. You can only fight the way you practice. What is defeat? Nothing but education. Nothing but the first step to something better. Pain is not an excuse to quit. It is an indication that what you are doing counts. Appear weak when you are strong, and strong when you are weak. We may encounter many defeats.
明日久保県やるか。
Be defeated.
久保県行くか。
And holding the dark spirits of death as dear as the radiance of the sun. You've been tainted by a bad reputation. Either wipe this out now or cease to exist. Don't just conquer your enemies. Conquer yourself first. Won't it be nice then if we shall have shade in which to fight them? You should reach the limits of virtue.
明日やろう。講習は。ちょっと今日も無理。
Order of death. Freedom isn't free at all. That it comes with the highest of costs. The cost of blood.
どうぞ。
Freedom is what we reap from this way of life. There is no use for bravery unless justice is present, and no need for bravery if all men are just. In the end, a Spartan's true strength is the warrior next to him. So give respect and honor to him, and it will be returned to you. You are a warrior, born in the fire of combat, taught never to retreat, never to surrender. But death on the battlefield in service to Sparta will be the greatest glory. No retreat, no surrender. That is the Spartan law. Rule number 1. A Spartan never forgets who they are. The greatest pleasure in life is doing what people say you cannot do. When they say you can't, then that only means you have to. Live by choice, not by change. Be motivated, not manipulated. Be useful, not used. Make changes, not excuses. Excel, not compete. Rule number 2. A Spartan pushes their mind and body to their limits. Obstacles are the test. They are put in your way to see if you truly fight for what you want. A Spartan does not quit in the middle of a struggle.
Ha!
The Spartan does not ask how many enemies there are, but where they are. You should reach the limits of virtue before you cross the border of death. Rule number 3. A Spartan masters their emotions. Spartans have fear. Spartans have doubts. And Spartans have worries. They just don't let these feelings stop them. Rule number 4. A Spartan gives generously. It is not about being better than someone else. It is about being better than who you were the day before. The Spartans are the equal of any man when they fight as individuals. Fighting together as a collective, they surpass all other men. If you confer a benefit, never remember it. If you receive one, never forget it. Rule number 5. A Spartan lives every day like the last. Mental toughness is Spartanism with qualities of sacrifice, self-denial, dedication. It is
Yes.
fearlessness, and it is love. Rule number 6. A Spartan proves themselves through actions, not with words. A Spartan woman, as she handed her son his shield, exhorted him, saying, as a warrior of Sparta, come back with your shield or on it. There is no room for softness, not in Sparta. No place for weakness. Only the hard and strong may call themselves Spartans. Rule number 7. A Spartan knows their flaws, but they also know their strengths. There will be obstacles. There will be doubters. There will be mistakes. There will be those who want to take everything from you. But with hard work, there will be success. Rule number 8. A Spartan stands up for what is right and what they believe in, and prepares to face the costs. A Spartan acts with integrity. There is no use for bravery unless justice If all men are just, feel no fear before the multitude of men. Rule number 9. A Spartan learns continuously. Rise up, warriors. Take your stand at one another's side. Our feet set wide and rooted like oaks in the ground. Learn to love death's ink-black shadow as much as you love the light of dawn. Rule number 10. A Spartan leads. This is it protects my city. I will never let my brother out of its shadow, nor my city out of its shelter. I will die with my shield before me, facing the enemy. Son, remember your courage with each step. Every victorious warrior draws his strength from the highest source, his love. You're a warrior. Warriors don't give up. Warriors don't back down. Pick up your sword, your shield, and fight. Sweat more in training, bleeds less in war. The devil whispers, "You can't withstand the storm." The warrior responds, "I am the storm." No one has the right to be an amateur in the matter of physical training. It is a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable. He who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior. Don't ever mistake a warrior's silence for ignorance.
重心の位置がそこです。
Kindness for weakness. Warriors are not born. Warriors create themselves through trial and error, pain and suffering, and their ability to conquer their own faults. A warrior seeks to act rather than talk. To be a warrior is to learn to be genuine in every moment of your life. Warriors confront the evil that most
ああ、
people
そういうことね。
refuse to acknowledge.
ほいほいほい。
If you want to be strong, learn to fight alone. Warriors are not always the fastest
Hoi, hoi, hoi,
or the
hoi.
strongest. Strength and speed can be developed through training. Warriors are those who choose to stand
Hoi, hoi, hoi,
between
hoi,
the
hoi,
enemy
hoi.
and all that she loves. The two most powerful warriors are patience and time. Victory is reserved for those who are willing to pay its price. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Let your plans be dark and impenetrable as night. And when you move, fall like a thunderbolt. A warrior's greatest enemy can also be his greatest teacher. The best fighter is never angry. Defeat exists, but not suffering. A true warrior knows that when he loses a battle, he is improving the skill in which he wields a sword. He will be able to fight more skillfully next time. Before you can see the light, you will have to deal with the darkness. Perseverance is failing 19 times and succeeding on the 20th. Don't waste your time looking back. You're not going that way. Feed your focus. Let pain be the motivation. I do what I do because it is the right thing to do. I am a warrior, and it is the way of a warrior to fight superior odds. In fighting and in every day, you should be determined, though calm. Meet the situation without tenseness, yet not recklessly. Your spirit settled, yet unbiased. An elevated spirit is weak, and a low spirit is weak. Do not let the enemy see your spirit. You can only fight the way you practice. What is defeat? Nothing but education. Nothing but the first step to something better. Pain is not an excuse to quit. It is an indication that what you are doing counts. Heal when you are strong, and strong when you are weak. We may encounter many defeats, but we must not be defeated. Say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. You have to assemble your life yourself, action by action. A warrior may worry and think before making any decision, but once they make it, they go their way. Free from worries or thoughts. That's the warrior's way. Know yourself, and you will win all battles. Some people are lost in the fires. Others are forged in them. What defines us is how well we rise after falling. The true warrior isn't immune to fear. They fight in spite of it. A calm warrior is a mindful warrior, and a mindful warrior is a rational warrior. Yesterday's pain is strength. You never know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice you have. No retreat, no surrender. That is the to see if you truly have what you want. A Spartan does not quit in the middle of a struggle. The Spartan does not ask how many enemies there are, but where they are. You should reach the limits of virtue before you cross the border of death. Number 3, a Spartan masters their emotions. Spartans have fear. Spartans have doubts. And Spartans have worries. They just don't let these feelings stop them. Rule number 4. A Spartan gives generously. It is not about being better than someone else. It is about being better than who you were the day before. The Spartans are the equal of any man when they fight as individuals. Fighting together as a collective, they surpass all other men. If you confer a benefit, never remember it. If you receive one, never forget it. Rule number 5. A Spartan lives every day like the last. Mental toughness is Spartanism with qualities of sacrifice, self-denial, dedication. It is fearlessness and it is love.
Fearlessness and his love.
6. A Spartan proves themselves through actions, not with words. A Spartan woman, as she handed her son his shield, exhorted him, saying, "As a warrior of Sparta, come back with your shield." Exhorted him, saying, "As a warrior of Sparta." A Spartan woman, as she handed her son his shield, exhorted him, saying, "As a warrior of Sparta, come back with your shield or on it." There is no room for selfness, not in Sparta. No place for weakness. Only the hard and strong may call themselves Spartans. Rule number 7. A Spartan knows their flaws, but they also know their strengths. There will be obstacles. There will be doubters. There will be mistakes. There will be those who want to take everything from you. But with hard work, there will be success. Rule number 8. A Spartan stands up for what is right and what they believe in, and prepares to face the costs. A Spartan acts with integrity. There is no use for bravery unless justice is present, and no need for bravery if all men are just. Feel no fear before the multitude of men. Rule number 9. A Spartan learns continuously. Rise up, warriors. Take your stand at one another's side. Our feet set wide and rooted like oaks in the ground.
Ha!
Love death's ink black shadow
いいよ。
as much
いや、これ思い出すのめっちゃいいな。しみるわ。
Rule number 10. A Spartan leads.
あー、マジでいいな。
Is my
これめっ
shield.
ちゃいいな。
It protects my city.
これめっちゃいいぞ、書いて思い出すの。
I will never let my brother out of its shadow, nor my city out of its shelter. I will die with my shield before me, facing the enemy. Son, remember your courage with each step.
これめっちゃいいな。times as times as yes yes
No place for a child. I have never met anybody who has become a great warrior who has not struggled and suffered and sacrificed and sweated and fought through tears and hardships and loss and life. And if there is something you really want, if you have a dream, if you have a goal, and you dedicate yourself to it, it can be yours. I am your monster no longer. I am unstoppable. The gods do not decide my fate. We win because we are disciplined. If you are to be a warrior, you must know this rule. Never let your back hit the ground. If you quit after the first time you are knocked down,
そういうことか。
you are not a warrior. If you quit before you enter the battle, you have strayed away from the way of the warrior.
Oh.
You need to have self-discipline and control. That is where the true strength of a warrior lies.
なるほど。
It takes nothing to join the crowd. It takes everything to stand alone. You have to believe in yourself. You must have the mentality of a warrior. There is no retreat, no surrender, not where you come from. I am a warrior. Warriors are not born. Warriors are forged. Every battle, every war, every day. There is nothing you cannot do. I warned you. The cycle ends here. I will do what I must. You do not know me. Pain is the best instructor, but no one wants to go to his class. You will never win the battle if you don't get up. If you don't go through the training you need. The cycle ends here. We can fight our way back into the light, one step at a time. We must be better than this. The moment your knees hit the ground is the moment you ask yourself, why do you want what you want? Don't be sorry. Be better. Breathe deeply. And rise. What are you made of? Tell me, boy, girl. What are you made of? Hope is what makes us strong. It's why we are here. It's what we fight with when all else is lost. To be a real warrior, power perceived may be power achieved. Your aim is accurate because you trained it. Your mind is sharp because you have honed it. Your body is strong because you have pushed it. You have earned your skill because you have given blood. sweat, and tears. You refuse to be normal because you are a warrior. When you find yourself faced against the enemy, against injustice, against those who wronged you, remember that not even the hands of death can defeat you. It does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. You do not have to be great to start. You do have to start to be great. If darkness is around us, we will not falter. We do not fall to our fears, to our insecurities, to that voice in our head that tells us to lay the sword down. There is no room for softness, no place for weakness, not even for a moment. There is only the hard, only the great, only the strong. When it comes to technique, work on it over and over again. The successful warrior is the average man with greater focus. Mastery is not an act, but a habit. We are what we repeatedly do.
Yes.
The sisters of fate could not hold you. You will see the end someday. You will have your revenge. Vengeance will be yours.
はいはいはい。比較マジで説明できるな。もう全部説明できるな。確かに最上級の上に 座をつけるようになった。Tonight! There's no room, it is no use. Ah! Yes. But tonight, today we die. No retreat. No sun.ああ、そういうこと？ちょっとむずいな。オンリーとかノットとは違う、毛色の違う位置だな。
To be effective in combat, a warrior must not feel for his enemy. The rule ahead.
When you come back, that's what it's all about. I'm back for the f***. You thought you had me. You thought you had me down. Only for a second. I'm back. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, and maybe not the next month. Pero only one thing is true. I will be champion one day. I promise. I promise. Look, the fire's coming. Are you ready for the fire? We're firemen.
I know.
We are firemen.
I know.
The heat doesn't bother us. We live in the heat. We train in the heat. Yeah, so it tells us that we're ready. We're at home. We're where we're
I
supposed
know.
to be. Flames don't intimidate us.
No, like
What do? We control the flame. We control them. We move the flame where we want to. And then we extinguish them. Let's go.
Stop this over your father. I'm stopping this one now.
Don't, okay? Let me finish. I gotta prove it.
Prove what?
I'm not a mistake.
Success is this, and training and struggling and suffer and sacrifice. And then success is this. But this tastes so much more than this. Yeah. But I'm not sure that people today are 100% aware of what it is.
In this lifetime, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody except yourself. And after what you've gone through, if you haven't done that by now,
Bara
it
computer.
ain't gonna never happen.
Bara computer.
Here's something a guy said recently. This dude said, there's a moment when every boy realizes no one's coming to save him. And that's when he becomes a man. And some boys never get grown
No.
and stay children forever.
Now rest. Now rest.
That guy was you
Now
that
rest.
said that. And it's important when we step out of this. Like, this stuff matters because no one's effing coming to save you.
Let me be very clear. I'll never give up. Never. I never ran from anything because I never knew where to go.
Ah!
Always had that. Where I'm going. Home to get me. Ain't nobody there. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I've always been in a situation where I'm forced to deal with it myself. So
Champions do daily what everybody do occasionally. Everybody else does. You just do it daily. You're not.
yeah, we do.
You're not extraordinary. You just do the ordinary extra. That's it. You. That's what makes you, separates you.
Hungry. Sometimes we don't have food to eat. And just drink water. Just drink water.
Did you really sleep in a cardboard box and on pavement at times outside when you were growing up?
Yes, outside the street, I sleep in with the carton, the carton, the box. We sleep there.
You know, when you're built different than everybody else, and you have this desire for more, and this desire for achievement, and this desire to win, everybody else looks at you like you're up, and they'll tell you that too. You know, what the is wrong with you? Like, why can't you just relax? Why can't you just do this? Why can't? Because I'm just not built that way, man.
you're not even motivated yourself. Like, I want to wake you up at 3 o'clock in the morning and go, come on, man, we're going running. Like, let me see what you do when you're tired. Let me see how you push yourself. Come on, man, get up. Get up again tomorrow. Get up again tomorrow. Get up again tomorrow. The next day. Get up. Keep going. How long can you maintain a positive attitude? Where's all this teaching? You're teaching people you can't do shit yourself. You need to show people that you can do it. Game on the line. Who would take the last shot? Me. That's a dumb question. Me.
If you don't fail, you're not even trying. I'll say it again. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. My wife told me this great expression. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did.
Man, keep moving, baby. Keep moving. I love it. Listen. People been moving me and down me since I started training. I love it. The more you move me, the stronger I get, baby. I'm used to this. No can't stop me. Keep it up, baby. Keep it up. No can't stop me.
And you didn't learn your limitations? I have no limitations.
Nobody cares. You know, at the end of the day, nobody cares. What we're going through, how your body feels, nobody cares. We gotta do our job. Life is tough sometimes, and it's not fair, and it doesn't care sometimes. But you're gonna hold true to what you believe, and you're gonna hold true to who you are, and you're gonna be that person, whether it's easy or tough. And that's the standard that I'm gonna hold my children to, and that's the standard I hold myself to. If I can't do it, then how can I tell them to do it?
Nobody cares about you. Nobody cares. Only a small percentage of population. Nobody gives a damn. And even if they do, what? You make a mistake. You zig when you should have zagged. You get clipped. So what? Everybody make mistake.
To get anything of value, you have to sacrifice.
I know that, Dad, but I think if we continue down this road, it's going to be detrimental for the kids. It's just too hard.
Do you know that the harder thing to do and the right thing to do are usually the same thing? Nothing that has meaning is easy. Easy doesn't enter into grown-up life.
I'm a big believer that you should only listen to somebody or take advice from people who have bigger dreams for your life than you do. And I think most people don't have bigger dreams for you, which just means that for me, like, their advice isn't valid.
But sooner or later, it's something that's inside of you that just has to want it. You have to need it. You gotta go at it like it's that next breath that you gotta take. That you nobody can stop you. And the closer you get to it, you're gonna have naysayers. You're gonna have doubters. You're gonna have people that's close to you that even in the crib with you laying beside of you that don't believe in you. But it's up to you to wipe the tears out your eyes and go get it.
It's an amazing thing about passion. If you love something, if you have a strong passion for something, you would go to the extreme to try to understand or try to get it.
The only thing that you can do is win so big that all of them constantly compare themselves to you, and then you'll forget they exist. And that's when he said, success is the only revenge. revenge. He's like, it's not the best revenge. He's like, it's the only one. There's no other revenge. Because everything else is petty. Everything else does show that you were thinking about these people all day long, which means they win by default.
If you have to ask how to get motivated to go to the gym, you don't need to be going to the gym. You don't want it enough. When you're sick and tired of looking and feeling like shit, you'll show up. I'll see you.
Like, seem to be. Seems, yeah!
Want to be in the gym.
All you want to do is go back home. You want the warmth. You may want something to eat. You want your girl to hold you. All those things of comfort are there in that 1 second. And this is where people lose. So what I do in that 1 second, because we all think about quitting, it's hard. But what you have to do in that 1 second is hard to process information during pain. Because that pain takes over and you can't think rationally.
Yeah.
You're thinking about fight or flight, save yourself. That's not a rational thought. It's not a thought that's going to get you through hard times.
If everybody who's like at the bottom and feels like they have nothing going for them, reframe that as I have nothing going for me, which also means that I have nothing to lose by taking action, it makes you a much more dangerous person.
It's hard when you're young to wake up in the off season at 6 a.m. to go train and work out, knowing that all your friends are sleeping in and eating pancakes. It's hard when you're on your way to practice, way down with all your gear, and it's 90 degrees out and all the other kids are at the pool or at the beach, and your body is already completely exhausted from workouts in 2 days. It's hard to throw, catch, block, and tackle, and hit kids when they're way bigger and way more developed than you, only to go home that night bruised and battered and strained, but knowing you have to show up again the next day for just the chance to try again. But understand this, life is hard.
You know better, but you're not doing it.
Harder. Harder. Haha. Is doing hard でもないしな、これ。Is doing look easy?
Here's limitations.
Is doing what? Looks easy じゃない
I know better,
Looks easy.
but I don't want to do better. Or I know better,
で、メイか。
but I'm not willing to do better. You have decided,
ここにメイを挟んでしまう。
and you're so comfortable in your skin.
Your biggest enemy is you. It's about you battling yourself.
more. メイを挟んでしまうセンス。ここでね。メイ。
Nobody else. It's you.
You do it yourself.
There's always going to be a time to celebrate and a time to join friends or a day to, I mean, the bars are always open. Always open. No matter how old you are, they're always open, you know? What's not always open is the opportunity to check the box in life. You know, achieve your dreams. That's not always open. That most men live lives of quiet desperation. It's one of my favorite quotes ever because it's true. And I've been that guy. You're just in this world where you just can't wait to just run away. But the only way I could be this person now is if I took that chance when I was 21. When I was dead broke and had my cars repossessed and all that stuff. That's the only way you ever get where you want to go. You have to take a path that's dangerous, and most people want to take the safe path. The safe path leaves you stuck in quiet desperation. Almost every time, it's hell. When you give it your all, and you're willing to give up that, put all your will, all your effort, and look past the temporary pain of it, what that pain will dry and solidify into later, as this being the down payment for the future investment to come. We want to sacrifice this now for the belief of what tomorrow can be. You know, you must hope and believe in yourself if you ever want to see what that hope can turn into, that belief can turn into. By doing this every day, repetitively, those are the measures that lead to the big moments of success that everyone sees in life. No one sees the struggle in here.
No one sees the hardship. The early mornings you get up. No one sees any of that. They just see if your hands raised or not. If it is, oh, what a great guy. I wish I could be that guy. I wish I could be that guy. But they're not clapping, wishing they could be you. At 5 in the morning when you get out of bed, when it's pissing rain outside, to come and train for that hand to be raised. They don't want to be that guy. They just want the glory. And that's the differential of a champion.
If I could go back, I'd tell younger me, you're going to do some pretty great things, but you do not need to be great. All you have to do is be yourself. That will always be enough. What's that mean to you?
You know, I've had a lot of different thoughts that have come into my mind now having a child. When Courtney was pregnant, thinking about raising a child, myself when I was a child, and all these things. And I think I always felt like I wanted to be good at everything I did and be great at what I did. And I never expected to be as good as I was. So it would just be such an interesting relief to be able to give myself to be like, you are going to be great. You're going to have all these things that you want, but you're also going to realize that they're not as important as you think they are. You know, like, you're going to come to the realization where the relationships and your values and everything that you enjoy and experience with everything aren't going to come down to those spectacular moments on stage at the Olympia. They're going to be much more simpler than that. They're just going to be those moments where you're being yourself.
You don't push nobody. You don't make nobody. Like, if you don't want, okay, leave. Like, even yesterday, I was talking with them. It was Saturday, and everybody complaining about they tired. What you want? All week you was work hard. End of the week, if you don't tired, this is good question. You have to worry about yourself. Well, this is Saturday. Your 6th day, you work so hard. Of course, you're gonna tire. Tomorrow rest, and Monday we're gonna begin one more training. If you don't want, go back to Dagestan and stay with your mom. She's gonna give you every day good breakfast. You don't do nothing. Stay there. But if you come here, don't complain. You wanna become best. You wanna become champion. And now you wanna say like you're tired. Who cares? You're tired or not? Nobody cares about you. Even you, if you're gonna watch fight, you just watch fight. They walk out inside the cage, they fight, and they leave. You don't know what happened behind the scenes. This is not your business. Nobody cares about this. Yeah. He was tired. He had some family. Nobody cares. You don't know. Like, you just see how you fight and you go.
Nah!
For this one,
Madness!
if you don't want, go back to Dagestan. Nobody gonna ask you about yourself. Without you or with you, there is always
This is madness.
with your name. This is your choice. You wanna put your name there? Okay, work hard. No? Bye bye.
It's amazing. It's tough. It does. You know, it's tough. And I think a part of it, that noble mentality is, you know, your tired body, that unmotivated mind, and get out there and do it anyway. You know, you better fight yourself, because you're not only winning when things are going your way. You got to figure out how to win when things aren't going your way. You got to figure out when your body's fighting you, when your mind's fighting you. How do you still, you know, just say, fuck it, I'm gonna beat my mind today? Or do you just give in to your mind and say, oh, I'm tired today, I'm lazy, I don't want to do it, it's too hard, no one else is doing it, it's a weekend, it's too late, it's already off hours, oh, exactly what I want isn't happening right now. Like, okay, great. You know who that's great for? Your competition. You want that attitude to permeate the people that you're competing against. You want them to give in to their mind. You want them to say, oh, it's too hard, I can't do it. But you want to be the one that says, fuck it, I'm going to do it anyway. I know I don't feel good today, but I'm going to go out there and I'm going to prove to myself that even on days that it doesn't feel right, I push myself. The only way to gain confidence in yourself is to build something. It's not to wait for it to happen. Hey, Vic, your life just happened in front of you. Just show up today and make it happen with Tom. No, you had to do a lot of shit today to get to this day that no one really knows except you.
Those I can't catch a break guys, get them the fuck away from me. I can't be around those guys. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that. I don't buy it. Because everybody has bad breaks. Yeah. I've had a ton of bad breaks. But you know what I did? I stayed up. Yeah. And I thought through it. And I figured out what the fuck I did wrong. And then I went back. It's like, I fucked up everything I've ever done 100 times. There's no way other than there's no other way to do it. And I've had a bunch of shitty breaks. Everybody has. But you got to realize when you have those shitty breaks what that is. It's an opportunity for you to reassess, reboot, get better, figure out another way, find another way through. It's just little challenges. And the people that look at those challenges and go, why do I always have these challenges? They're cancer. Those people are
I have to
dangerous
do
to be around.
this.
They will rob you of
These
your
days,
enthusiasm. They don't
these
give you any fuel.
Okay, these
They're the
daysと
opposite
セン
of
チュリーの
fuel.
違いは、
Yeah.
these
So
days
if you
は
wake up
マジ
in
で
the
こ
morning, you don't want to
These
do
days は
something.
まあ結構幅があるけど、リセントリーはマジ
You
数
don't
時
care
間
enough
前
about
とか
yourself.
最近、本当に最近み
And
たいな
that's
感じで
what you
現在
need to
形
do
とか
your
か
research is,
完了形と
man,
使うのが、現在
why
形と
am
は
I
使わ
not
ないの
doing
か。
this for myself?
完了
Because that is the number one purpose in
と
life,
過去形か。ん
is to better oneself. So that's the only purpose I fucking need. So the reason I get up every day, even though there's no race, or there's no school, there's nothing in front of me, is because I have pride in myself.
Go do something that's hard. Go try and accomplish something that's hard. You may win, you may lose, you may succeed, you may fail. I'll tell you what, you'll be better. If you avoid those things that are hard, if you don't accept that challenge, if you don't step up and step into that cold water, and you sit on your couch and eat Doritos, I can tell you this is not a good move. This is not a good move. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just get up. Move towards that challenge, whatever that challenge is. Move towards that challenge and go attack it. And you may be successful, and you may not be successful, but you will be better. And the next challenge, you're going to be more prepared for. And the next challenge after that, you're going to be even more prepared for.
そうだね、そうだね、そうだね。
And you're going to fail, 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 and then you're going to win. And that's life without those challenges. It's just existence. Don't just exist. Go live.
Here's what I know. I know that until you make a decision that you no longer want to feel how you feel, or you no longer want to think the way that you think, or you no longer want to have the kind of results or no results that you have, until you make that decision that, you know what? I know I don't feel great. I know I
あ、でもこれ見つかったの
know
この
I've had a
緑
lot
の
of
やつ。
bad things happen. I know there's a lot
こ
that
れ。
I regret, but damn it,
これ。
with the time that I have left in my life,
あ、おめでと
I
う。よかっ
really
た。
want to start to enjoy myself.
いい
I
よ。
want to take better care of myself. I want to feel happy. You don't even have to believe you deserve it yet. You could just want it. You've got to start there. You've got to start with wanting something better for yourself. And then I personally think the most important thing is to start acting like the person who has the things that you want right now, even though you don't feel like it.
My brain cannot process failure. It will not process failure. Because if I sit there and have to face myself and tell myself, you're a failure, I think that's almost worse than death. I felt like everybody had written me off after those airports.
Death.
And I got home, it's probably like 3 in the morning.
ちょっと待って、今のもう一回聞きたい。
I
何
went
です
down
って
to the high school,
ですってなん
down
だ
the street from my house.
ですって何ですか
The janitor, I felt like myself. You're a failure. I think that's almost worse than death. I felt like everybody had written me off after those airports. And I got home, it's probably like
でもやつ
3 in the morning. And I went down to the high school, which is down the street from my house. And the janitor let me in the gym, and I shot all day. All day. I mean, all day. And this was right after that playoff game. And I didn't leave the gym. I just kept shooting and practicing. And I got a chance to let out the steam of disappointing my teammates and fans. I got a chance to let all that out instead of bottling it up. Envision that moment over and over and over and over and over.
had given の部分が大過去だが、
Time we knew the starting end point. So on the way back, I started seeing people getting happy and shit. Because the end was near. I wish the water was cold. I wish them motherfucking instructors keep on fucking running. I wish the fucking rain. When the end is unknown and the distance is unknown, that's when you know who the fuck you are. Stay hard.
That no one is ever going to give a shit about you, even 1% as much as you have to give a shit about yourself. No one cares. No one cares about you if you're a man, ever. Everything is conditional. You don't get loved unconditionally, and that's a beautiful thing, because that makes you strive to create your own value as a man. And the problem that men have is we all go from a time when everyone cares about us to a time no one does. Women don't lose it until they're maybe 45 and childless. And they'll be like, oh, what the fuck's going on? Now she understands what it's like to become a 15, 16, 17-year-old man. Because we've gone through the stage. I remember my aunts and uncles. Hey, little Tristan, I remember. You know, they all cared about me back then. Then you get to 16, 17, 18, you're out in the cold world, and you're like, no one gives a fuck, do they? I can't pay my bills. I have no food. Nobody cares. Yeah, your mother and your father will care a little bit, but you have to care about them. So I'd say that you give protection is the other way around once you become an adult. And you have to care about yourself. So the best advice I can give to anyone, especially the young men who are 13, 14, 15, who, you know, are sitting in their room playing video games and their mother's still bringing them sandwiches, you know, if she continues to care about you that much and you lean on it, you're going to be a nobody. And if she says, okay, you're 18 now, get the fuck out of my house, you're going to be a nobody until you make something of yourself. So the best advice every young man needs to hear is nobody gives a shit about you at all until you make them give a shit. People give a shit about me and Andrew now. Why? Would you have given a shit? I mean, if I just stayed in my room playing video games from age 18 till now, no, you would know the fuck I was.
When you feel that pressure inside of you and it's very heavy, like weather that's very, you know, heavy and thick, you're motivated, you feel it. I've got to get up in the morning. I've got to do this. I've got to accomplish this. When that pressure goes away and you don't feel any pressure in your life, you can do anything and there's no consequences for it. You'll just waste time, you'll waste years, you'll waste months. You'll never accomplish anything. Give somebody a deadline, right? They'll accomplish in 2 months what it would take somebody 2 years to do without a deadline. It's that necessity, it's that sense of there's a sword at my back, I've got to get it done. It makes you get things done, it gives you the energy. It's get rich or die trying, to quote somebody.
Because this world we live in is tough.
これも、駅に着いた時にはって先に言っちゃうと、説明的だからでも待って、電車が行っちゃったことがメイン。待って、どっちだ？こういう時はメインどっちがインパクトでかいか。すでに出発していたの方が、後に来た方が文末焦点化的にはいいので、これは普通に when ですね。when live at とか言うよな、多分。言わないっけ？ Arrive at the station the train that's supposed to be
in their minds, kill them from moving forward. I'm ashamed of myself. Don't ever be ashamed of anything you've done in your life. Face it, fix it, make it better. We are humans. But then again, if you always think that we're humans, you will always just be a human and always make the same fucking mistakes. You must take this knowledge that you learn from all this knowledge.
Suppose
I'm just trying to give people that strength to go in the archives because while you're probably fucked up, it's probably something happened to you in your life. Go through the archives, dig it up, study it, and then use it for yourself. That's the main purpose for me right now.
But can people just make that change? I mean,
yes,
look,
I
believe that.
But you have to plan it out. The way you can change is you have to put aside enough money to give yourself a window. And then you have to have a plan. And you have to spend all your waking hours outside of whatever job you do planning your escape. And you have to come to the realization very clearly that you fucked up and you got yourself stuck. So whatever you're doing, you have to do it like your life depends on it. And whether it is you're trying to be an author and you're gonna try to be an author and you're working 8 hours a day plus commuting plus family responsibilities or whatever else you have, whatever time that you have to attack like you're trying to save the world. You're trying to save your life. You don't want to drown. That 1.5 hours a day that you have to write, god damn, you better be caffeinated and motivated. You got to go. You got to get after it. And you got to have discipline. Most people don't have those things. Most people don't understand what it's like to really go for something. And to know that the consequences of not doing that are horrific.
I struggled my whole life, but I ran from it. So I started realizing, man, I got to start facing the struggle, and I got to be mentally strong for the struggle. So that's why I started coming up with, like, I'm training for life. Mentally, I'm training for life. I'm not training for, like, to lift 400 pounds. And I found out on my own pretty much, is that through discipline, through self-discipline, through repetition, through tons of repetition of the same thing that you don't want to do, and that's the key thing. Through repetition
That's
of
how
things
it
you
days
don't want
work.
to do,
You guys do not do that.
mental,
I promise you.
like an armor for your mind. You start to armor your mind. Your mind's like, okay,
Ah!
we suffer
破れた。
That's what we do.
はあ
It sucks every day. So then when the suck stuff comes, you're ready for it. And that's how it started coming up. You know, I just started being very uncomfortable. Now it's like just a way of life.
The biggest risk to your future isn't your competition. It's the distractions you insist on keeping in your life, rather than doing the things you know you should be doing but aren't. People delay doing things they don't like for longer than it takes to do them.
The fear is never reaching your potential. That's it. That always falling short, always quitting before you're done, always procrastinating, always not doing the right thing. And then one day you're an old man.
Yep.
And you look back and go, God, I could have been great.
Yep.
It could have been great.
Yeah.
You can have what you want.
ああ、そういうことか。はいはいはいはいはいはい。
You have to know what it is.
Hard.
You have to aim at
Hard.
it.
Past.
Figure out what you want. Write it down.
Past tense は、
Start
パス
moving
ト
towards that.
は、
Do that with your family relationships. Do that with your friendships. Do that with your career. Do that with your education. Think about your misuse of alcohol and drugs and other things that might drag you down. You want to drink? Okay, what do you mean by that exactly? How often? How much is too much?
大
How
過
are
去
you going to
は、
constrain that
過
and
去
why?
形でも代用
Develop
で
a
きる。
vision. And you have to do that
順
in
序さえ変え
dialogue
れ
with
ば、
yourself, right? It's like, if I could have what I wanted, what would satisfy me? And you might think, well, I could never get that. And I could say, well, maybe not, but I'll tell you one thing, man. You can move towards it. And I know
I
everyone
know.
knows that.
I know.
Almost all the pleasure is in the moving toward. But if you set up a goal that you think is, you know, just on the edge of conceivability, then every time you move even a tiny bit towards that, you're going to think, good work, man, good work. You get a little kick from that. You get a little stronger from that. What do you
I
do?
wish till that time.
How bad do you want it?
ああ、そういうことか。
To continue
はいはいはいはいはいはい。
pushing upward. And if you do, that dream is given birth. And forever you
わ、やべえな。ちょっと待ってね。やろうとしてた復習。
promise you there's no distance you can travel far enough to find that dream again. For it's dead. And in its death, it's replaced by regret.
いやでも絶対ノート見ないんだよな。どうしよう。やめよっかな、ノートでまとめんの。聞くか。
This ain't you, bro. This ain't you. You weren't born like this.
You won't die, and if you do die, you won't care, because you'll be dead. Best case, you win. Worst case, it won't matter.
There's no luck in this game, man. It may be a little bit of luck, but the luck happens after you bust your ass. And you put yourself in that lucky situation. Luck doesn't happen. You put yourself in that situation where luck might fucking happen. And that's what people don't know.
If you believe it, if you really believe that you could be something, if you have that little voice in your head saying, hey, you got talent, you can do this, then follow that voice.
Fuck your motivation. Fuck your motivation. You need discipline. Because motivation's not there every day. I'm missing motivation most days.
Wow,
Some
really?
days, yeah, sometimes I got motivation. Sometimes I'm like, fuck yeah, today I felt good. I can't wait to get to the gym. But a lot of days, like, gotta get to the gym. And then once I get going, then I feel great. Yeah. And I feel great when it's over. But it's that beginning part that's hard because your body wants to stay comfortable. Your body will trick you. Like, man, today you should take the day off, Theo. You don't feel good. Theo, what did you get? Like 6 hours sleep last night? That's not enough.
It's so easy to be great nowadays, my friend, because most people are weak. Most people don't want to go that extra mile. Most people don't want to find that extra because it sucks.
Extra mile.
It's easy to give up. Hell yeah. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. All right, man, I'm done. I ain't going. I ain't gonna keep going. I don't feel like going to work. I'm done. Yeah, it's easy. It's very easy. But what's hard is going, yo, yesterday I got nothing from working as hard as I could. Nothing happened from that. I'm gonna do the same thing again today, but I'm gonna try to go harder. That's the hardest thing in the world. To get up every day and give 100% and be in the same position that you were each day, but mentally know that you're trying and trying and trying. That's a real grind.
How bad do you want this? If it's as bad as you want to live or breathe or sleep, whatever the hell it may be, I can work with you.
Será?
A lot of people, most people don't want it that badly, which is why they always ask the question, man, how did you get to where you are? You know how to do it. You know exactly how to be you or how to be me. You want to do it.
Like, this is what you do when you're tired. Let me see how you push yourself. Come on, man. Get up. Get up again tomorrow. Get up again tomorrow. Get up again tomorrow. The next day. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Keep going. How long can you maintain a positive attitude?
There's no hacks, bro. It's you against you. You against you. And if you misunderstand that, you have a real problem. You wake up, right to work.
あまりにも、言葉尻に迷いそうやな。Belly, Billy, here changed. Belly.
When you're laying there in your fucking bed, you're in the fucking
犬
hospital.
も知りはちょっと壮大すぎるけど。
9 years old, you're thinking, man, I feel like I didn't fucking do something. Because you did.
So much. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
I don't feel empty.
The life you want is on the other side of a few hard conversations, and you're living a life you hate because you're too afraid to have them.
I think about that a lot. Hard times create hard men. Hard men create soft times. Soft times create soft men. Soft men create hard times. We are now around soft men in hard times.
There's a moment when every boy realizes no one's coming to save him. And that's when he becomes a man. And some boys never get there and stay children forever.
You should be a monster. He said you should be a monster. You should be ruthlessly ambitious and then learn how to control it. And it's that old expression. It's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war.
いや、いいね。アットが使いこなすようになってきてる。アットが的確に使いこなすようになってきてる。アットよね。
Because you give up on the slightest struggle without discipline.
100%.
Tell me discipline is doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it.
Doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it. That is a great quote.
I'm gonna have setbacks, I know.
No!
I'm feeling bad, that doesn't mean I'm doing bad.
One day, one more.
That doesn't mean
One
I
more
can't
rap.
still
One
take some
more rap.
action.
One more rap.
Because yeah, nothing changes and nothing changes, man.
It's time to get back to work. Stop hearing yourself talk. Get off the podcast. Don't be on social media too much. Cut out all the fucking noise. Get back to the fucking mental lab.
I'd say one of the strongest mental frames that has gotten me through my hardest times is thinking this will be the story that I will one day tell. And that means the harder it is, the bigger the dragon, the more epic the story, and by consequence, the more epic the hero.
The fear is never reaching your potential. That's it. That always falling short, always quitting before you're done, always procrastinating, always not doing the right thing. And then one day you're an old man.
Yep.
And you look back and go, God, I could have been great.
Yep.
I could have been great. It's time to stay focused. It's time to decide, fuck clubs, fuck partying, fuck trying to fit in and socialize. Rub elbows with everybody so people can stop calling you weird. Why are you so antisocial? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you staying on the basketball court so much? Because I'm trying to get it.
Why are you out there practicing in the hot sun when ain't nobody else out there? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you not clubbing like every time I text you and invite you to go do something? You always studying because I'm
いい
trying
ね
to get it.
確かに確か
Let
に
me tell you something, homie.
思い出した
These
ね
women ain't going nowhere.
過去形はいはいはい
These clubs, these
Have
parties, all this
そう
shit
ね
ain't
そうね
going nowhere.
I go とかね I
The more
go
weird
とか
you
ね
are
Two months ago
is a
とかね
reflection of
そう
how
だね
committed you are to focusing on your shit, molding and shaping and developing your ideas and your craft so that when it's time for you to make your rounds, you gonna fly.
People only root for people who don't need it.
うん
Like, the amount of times when I was on my lonely path where I was too different from the friends that I had, but not successful enough to be friends with the people that I wanted to be friends with. That's when you want people to root for you. That's when you want people to support you. Once you've already won, people are like, he's amazing, he's so good. But like, that's the time when you need it the least. And so you always have to be the person who roots for you before everyone else does. And it's usually a single clap in the auditorium for a very long period of time. It is a slow clap that's just you rooting for you. And that visual, I think, is one that you can kind of take because it is. People struggle to do things alone. And the path of the exceptional person is one of an exception, which means that you are not with other people. And rather than fighting that or bemoaning it, see it as an indicator that you're on the right path. Because if everyone else were cheering you on, then it means you're not in the right place, because it means you're just like everyone else, and that's not where you want to be.
Life isn't fair at all. At all. So what are you going to do about it? I knew that no one was coming back to help me. No one's going to miracle me to be somebody special. So, mentality is the only thing that gets us through life. I was an underdog. We are all underdogs in life. Even the baddest person in the world should think that way. So you should always have I've never arrived mentality. And the can't hurt me mentality is no matter where you come from, the sewer or wherever you think you're from. When I got out of the sewer, I got to the road and looked around and said, can't hurt me. Nothing should be able to hurt you. If you believe that, it starts to become true.
Be the guy who embraces the ugly, the miserable. Be the guy who embraces hard work, the grind. Don't be afraid of being hurt. Don't be afraid of sacrificing some blood.
うーん
Yeah,
なる
there
ほど
comes
ね
a day,
なるほど
man.
ね
Everyone's gonna have this day. There comes a day where being average, being mediocre, is just sickening to you. It's just sickening. It makes you want to throw up. Because you've seen people with far less talent than you. As you're growing up with them, their childhood buddies, whatever else, they didn't have what you had. Yet now they're fucking to become something that you haven't. There comes that day. It's either when you're young, you know, and it strikes you on the baseball field because you're sick of striking out, or it's when you get fired from your fifth job, you know, and your wife and kids are on your ass because you don't know how to support them anymore. There comes a fucking day where push comes to shove. Where being mediocre, being like average and shit just fucking burns. It sucks. You can't deal with it one more day. And you get off your fucking ass. And you create something that's always been there. It's always been inside of you trying to come out. But you've never wanted to unwrap it because there's too much fucking pain and commitment.
I'm a big fan of
いや書くね時間の無駄やなそれ見りゃいいのかそれ見て何回も見た方がいいわこれ Try not to try not to try 季節の移り変わりチェンジオブチェンジ移り変わりでしょトランジションでもいいしChanging of seasons, changing of seasons. じゃあ、トランジションでもよくね。
Like, I can't run marathons because I lost my leg at birth. And either you can just never try, or you put the metal thing on, and you do it anyways.
You should be a monster. He said you should be a monster. You should be ruthlessly ambitious and then learn how to control it.
Transitions.
And it's that old expression. It's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. You should be a monster, an absolute monster, and then you should learn how to control it.
Life isn't fair at all. At all.
Changing of
So what are you
seasons.
gonna do about it?
Transition of seasons.
No one's gonna miracle me to be somebody special. So mentality is the only thing that gets us through life. I was an underdog.
そうね。そうね。そうね。
So you should always have a never arrive mentality. And the can't hurt me mentality is no matter where you come from, the sewer or wherever you think you're from. When I got out of the sewer, I got to the road and looked around and said, can't hurt me. Nothing should be able to hurt you. If you believe that, it starts to become true.
You're a
man. You are a man. Stand up and be a man. Make the hard decisions.
がなければ、if it were not for without there were no season, without if it were not without okay 単調な単調なんだわかんねえボーリングかモノトーンモノだけじゃなくてなんだっけなあ
You know exactly what to do. Exactly what to do. Because even me, in my state of, I can't read and write, I knew exactly what to do. It just sucks doing it. It sucks to do it. Because no matter how much you improve, no matter how much you change who you are, it's not permanent. You just wake up and say, oh my God, man, you're David Goggins, you break records, you do this, you do that. People want to know, how are you able to just be so hard? I never turn the fucking thing off. Because once it turns off, I go right back to the David Goggins that is. And that's the guy that I'm constantly fighting. And that choice makes you misunderstood.
There's nothing.
Makes you crazy.
There's nothing more than good. There's nothing more than good that. How nice it would be if business and
fit in and socialize, rub elbows with everybody so people can stop calling you weird. Why are you so antisocial? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you staying on the basketball court so much? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you out there practicing in the hot sun when ain't nobody else out there? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you not clubbing? Like every time I text you and invite you to go do something fun and cool, you always studying. Because I'm trying to get it. Let me tell you something, homie. These women ain't going nowhere. These clubs, these parties, all this shit ain't going nowhere. The more weird you are is a reflection of how committed you are to focusing on your shit, molding and shaping and developing your ideas and your craft so that when it's time for you to make your rounds, you gon' fly.
Be the guy who embraces the ugly, the miserable. Be the guy who embraces hard work, the grind. Don't be afraid of being hurt. Don't be afraid of sacrificing some blood.
And I dedicated this fight. I wasn't going to fight. I dedicated this fight to him. I was going to rip his heart out. I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lennox is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Newport. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat his children. Praise be to Allah.
There's a moment when every boy realizes no one's coming to save him. And that's when he becomes a man. And some boys never get there and stay children forever. People only root for people who don't need it. Like, the amount of times when I was on my lonely path, I was too different from the friends that I had, but not successful enough to be friends with the people that I wanted to be friends with. That's when you want people to root for you. That's when you want people to support you. Once you've already won, people are like, he's amazing, he's so good. But like, that's the time when you need it the least. And so you always have to be the person who roots for you before everyone else does. And it's usually a single clap in the auditorium for a very long period of time. It is a slow clap that's just you rooting for you. And that visual, I think, is one that you can kind of take because it is... People struggle to do things alone. And the path of the exceptional person
Business
is one
and
of an exception, which means that you are not with other people. And rather than fighting that or bemoaning it, see it as an indicator that you're on the right path. Because if everyone else were cheering you on, then it means you're not in the right place, because it means you're just like everyone else, and that's not where you want to be.
When do you become a man? When you get a driver's license? Like, what do we do? You're 16, we give you a driver's license. Okay, well, wait, like, you get a job? Like, when do you become a man?
Them this message that it's okay to be a man.
It's not okay. It's necessary. What the hell are we going to do without men? You look around the city here, you see all these buildings go up. These men, they're doing impossible things. They're under the streets, working on the sewers. They're up on the power lines in the storms and the rain. They're keeping this impossible infrastructure functioning. This thing that works in a miraculous manner. They work themselves to death, and often literally. And
hand in hand.
the gratitude for that is sorely lacking, especially among the people who should be most grateful.
Be a dangerous man. Now, being dangerous is not being a threat. They're two different things. All right? And it's not about going out and lifting weights and getting a bunch of tattoos and wearing leather jackets and walking around with your chest and shoulders up, hulking around saying, I'm dangerous. That's very rarely is that a dangerous man. Often the most dangerous man in the room is the quietest man in the room.
Do you fear anybody? No. No. If you're willing to fight me, we can fight, no problem. Come and try me, anyone.
Hard times create hard men. Hard men create soft times. Soft times create soft men. Soft men create hard times. We are now around soft men in hard times.
I'm a big fan of power follows the blame finger. So like wherever you point the blame finger is where the power follows. So it's like if you point it at the government has the power. If you point it at your spouse and say like it's their fault that I'm not in shape, it's their fault, they never let me do anything, it's like, well,
fuck you.
You're giving them all the power.
B. Trial test 2. A.
Thomas, what do you think about the England national team not qualifying for the European Championship final?
I'm not really that surprised, to be honest. The head coach wasn't the right man for the job. He didn't have enough managerial experience, and the teams he did manage at the club level were only mediocre at best.
I admit he wouldn't have been my first choice, but I think the problem is bigger than just one person.
What do you mean, Richard?
I think it all comes down to the greed and money that's ruining the game.
How are those things relevant?
Well, with all the foreign players coming to England, it means the homegrown players aren't getting a chance to play at the highest level.
All the English players do play at the highest level. They all play for top teams in the Premier League.
Yeah, but now there are far fewer players at that level for the national coach to choose from.
Well, it doesn't matter if there are 200 or 500 to choose from at that level. He can still only play 11 of them. And another thing is that the ones who are at that level are training with the best players in the world, week in, week out. You can't deny that it will help them improve their own skills.
The trouble is, the most successful players are now getting paid such ridiculously high wages that they don't care anymore.
They don't care.
They're not passionate enough about the game.
They're not
If
passionate.
England doesn't qualify for a major tournament, it doesn't affect them. Their clubs pay their wages, and they don't care about the national team.
That's not true. If they stopped caring, they'd be kicked off the team. And anyway, once they go onto the field, all they're thinking about is winning the game. Money is irrelevant. You know what it's like to be involved in sports. While you're playing, you forget about everything else. That's one of its great attractions. From the moment the whistle blows, all your other concerns disappear. That's why sports have always been so popular.
I agree. When I was young, I was fiercely competitive when it came to football, even if we were just playing with a tennis ball during the lunch break. I couldn't bear to be on the losing side. But it's different for these professionals with their agents and their image rights and fame and all the other trappings that are part and parcel of being a top footballer.
I don't think so. Those things aren't what gave them the determination to make it to the top in the first place. My dream was always to be a professional footballer, but not so that I could become a celebrity and own a fast car. I just loved playing football.
So don't you think the game is losing something now that all the top clubs are being bought by rich foreigners? Not necessarily. Like what? The heart is going out of the game. To the new owners, it's just a business. Business people only want one thing: profit.
Maybe that's how some of the owners look at it, but not all of them. They're so rich that the amount of money involved means nothing to them. They don't buy a club in order to generate more money.
Yeah, but
Hang on a minute. Let's talk about it later. Chelsea Aston Villa is about to kick off. I'll turn the TV on.
Good afternoon, and welcome to Sports History. Today, let's talk about football. No, not American football, but soccer, a sport that's played and enjoyed the world over. It's often fittingly called the world game.
Millions upon millions of adults from every corner of the earth can identify with this sport because so many of them played it when they were young. Our guest sports journalist, Nick Johnson, was obviously one of those players. Weren't you, Nick?
yes, not professionally, of course, but I played it a lot as a kid. You know, in the park, or crowded school playground, or suburban street, or sunny beach, or dusty field, or glass-strewn parking lot. All you need is a ball and a little open space.
So, when and where did it all begin? I've read the oldest club team is Sheffield FC, which was established in 1857 in the English city of that name. But the history of the game goes even further back, doesn't it? Historians have found references to games played with a ball and square goal in the records of various countries, dating back to a couple of thousand years ago in China. But the modern game was established in England. So, it is this history which interests us when tracing the professional game's roots.
Historical records show us that football was a notoriously violent and disruptive pastime in medieval Britain. Therefore, it is understandable that a number of monarchs issued decrees banning the game. Despite this, it continued to be played mainly by ordinary folk in towns and villages, by any number of players using all sorts of local rules. These local rule variations continued until the mid-19th century, when a number of institutions, most notably public schools, tried to standardize them.
Standardization was necessary because of the increasing number of matches between teams from different areas, wasn't it?
Yes, due to the expanding rail network, it was now possible for players from different areas to gather. Eventually, the game's governing body, the Football Association, set an agreed standard and established the world's oldest football championship competition, the FA Cup, which was first played in 1872.
Now, almost a century and a half later, football is no longer just
the 19th century, when a number of institutions, most notably public schools, tried to standardize them.
Standardization was necessary because of the increasing number of matches between teams from different areas, wasn't it?
Yes, due to the expanding rail network, it was now possible for players from different areas to gather. Eventually, the game's governing body, the Football Association, set an agreed standard and established the world's oldest football championship competition, the FA Cup, which was first played in 1872.
Now, almost a century and a half later, football is no longer just an amateur sport. The game long ago started employing professionals. This change was significant, wasn't it? It meant that for some, football wasn't just a sport, but also a business. Nowadays, at the top end of this business are several elite European clubs, which attract the best players from around the globe.
Well, over the past couple of decades or so, the English Premier League has typified this change, seeing the influx growing as vast sums of money have been invested by business people in top players, top coaches, and new stadiums. These rich foreign business people have bought successful clubs with the aim of making them even more successful. A moot point for the club's grassroots supporters is whether the owners want success because it brings a financial return on their investments, or whether they simply want the glory that goes with being a part of or owning a winning team.
Yes, that's generally true. And now, it's hard to imagine where football might be heading. Surely it's not possible for the amount of money involved to go on increasing.
I suppose the Premier League's global expansion has been made possible by television. What would you say about that, Nick?
The league says that 2.9 billion people watched its matches in the last season, with an estimated weekly audience of 586 million homes in 203 territories. But even this huge audience is finite. Nevertheless, should this monetary bubble burst, it will not change the basic appeal of the game, and it will still be played and enjoyed by millions of the world's children. As I said, all they need is a ball and a bit of open space.
See. Uncle Tom's Cabin is a global best-selling novel of the 19th century.
A bit of.
Best-selling book of the 1800s. It is a powerful story that helped change people's minds or strengthen their resolve about the evils of slavery, which in turn eventually led to the American Civil War.